Okay guys, same case. Yeah, I got the power supply in. That was a bitch to flip around. The wire kind of does interfere with it, but not really. To flip it around like that. You cannot install, instructions say to install power supply, then motherboard. Well, don't work that way. Motherboard first, then power supply. Instructions also say that you can install one of these. Wrong. I used the bracket that it said to use. Got the spacers in there, the screws, all that good junk. And when you go to, there's wires and everything in the way. Yeah, you stinking, there we go. Okay. Those things go under there so you can slide it kind of back and forth maybe. But there's cables in the way. That's as far back as it'll go. There's only two positions that this plate can be mounted at, because there's another hole back here, so it could either go forward or right here. But even with a 90-degree elbow on this, you're not going to be able to get a cable in there. I know the lighting really sucks, but I'm telling you right now, cable ain't going to go in there. And yeah, if I can shoot, I'm trying to do this with two hands, or one hand rather. You know, come on. Pain in my rear end. Yeah, even if you put it in this way, it's not going to work because you got those wires in the way. Even if you pull those wires out of the way, you still got this thing right here. I can't show it to you, but there's a piece in there. It'll be in the way. The only possible way would be to leave the top cover off and mount it like this. Probably needs to be right there. Yeah. You'd have to leave the top cover off and mount it like this. That's the only way. But you're going to have a problem getting screws into there with the motherboard in there. So you would have to put the hard drive in first and then the motherboard, or maybe maybe you would have to use thumb screws or a really slim screwdriver in order to get these things in there. And then you'd run the power wire from there down through that hole. That's the only way I can see putting in a hard drive. SSD, yeah, that would work. Hard drive, no. And this is the bottom plate. Goes in like this down here, and there's just no appropriate way to get this installed. So I would not recommend using 3.5 inch hard drives for the lianli q58 case. SSDs only, and motherboards that have the M.2 on them. That's the only way. This case is just way too stinking small. Even if you change out the bracket for the SFX power supplies, they still isn't going to work because. See, that's that. Actually, I take that back. It'll work with an SFX power supply only, because then this would not be in the way. Okay, is you either have it mounted on either side, and then there would be plenty of room to put the cables in. But you can't do it with an ATX. Not possible. That's a bit of a disappointment. What a load of crap. So now I've got to probably try and get a replacement for that. No big deal. They're only about $100. Okay.